Hello everybody, how's it going? We are here with a general and timeless reading. My name is Gabriella for anybody new tuning in. Before we get started with the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing that you've been working very hard. I'm seeing there be a big focus on like resources and finances for you. Meaning that stability is a really big focus. Could be about taking care of the things that you own or the things that you want to purchase. Resources though don't only have to be about, resources are about energetics. So it's also about you coming through and showing up in the right energy and you having the energy to do the things that you need to do. So it's not just about money. It's not just about finances, okay? It's about, just like all resources in general, and all of them come back to how we are facilitating our relationship with our own energy, how we are exerting it, what we are receiving, and also just the interplay between all of it. We're starting off with the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. I'm also seeing that the Death card is on the bottom of the deck. I want to get further and see. This can just be something you're worried about, like say you made like more money this month than you normally do. There could be this thought in your head that's like, you're never going to make that much money again, you know, stuff like that. There can be things mentally that you're moving through, but there can also just be worries about, I don't know, like a lack of self-trust in the way that things can be mismanaged, mishandled. Could also be worried about someone around you as well. Seven of Swords doesn't always have to be, it always is going, even if you don't see it this way, it's always going to begin with you and you, right? Because like when you're being honest with yourself and you're listening to your intuition, if you have somebody around you that's not being honest with yourself, you trust yourself to be able to feel that out and to know, right? So if your relationship is good with yourself, then there's not so much of a worry about what's going on outside of yourself, meaning there's not so much of a worry that you won't know what's going on. You're always going to know what's going on. Something could be going on right now that may be hard to come to terms with, or there just could be something that you feel mentally preoccupied by. These can be thoughts that you're having that you're not necessarily enjoying as well. Feeling a little bit of pain on the right shoulder. This can be like intrusive thoughts that you're trying to manage as well. Looks like it's fear associated with a project of yours. Yeah, these can be like crumbling thoughts that you're having. Like, what if I put myself out there? What if I'm vulnerable? What if I get hurt? What if people criticize what I'm doing? What if people don't like my work? What if I show this person my soft side and they don't understand? I'm seeing you thinking about something that you're doing, something that you want to do, something that you're thinking about getting started. But you could have had thoughts that sort of halted this from happening or have postponed this. You know, like fear-related things with the 7 and 8 of Swords. So you may be reflecting on it and be like, why do I want to do this? Like, what is the point of me doing this? Is it worth it to me? Here that Death card is. I'm seeing that all of the thoughts that you're having are shadow related, and it's like your shadow coming through and be like, don't change. What's going to happen if you change? Like, don't leave me behind. I mean, it's not really leaving the shadow behind, right? It would just be integration. But the shadow's like, I don't want to be integrated. Keep me separate. I don't want to be integrated. Don't change. Don't grow. Don't evolve. I'm trying to be out here with a sense of agency. So I'm seeing this, you reflecting on this, but The changes that you're making, I'm seeing them be good changes. The things that you're sort of meeting and considering investing in seem like prolific, associated with your exponential growth. But you may feel a little bit frozen about that. So whatever this like move of yours is that you're making, whatever this transition is, whatever this change is that you are, I don't know, getting to a spot where you may be a bit on the fence about it or just fearful about this, it feels very much like the beginning jitters. You know, you're like standing around the edge of the pool, you haven't jumped in yet, you're thinking about it, you're gonna be going in, you may push yourself in, you know, like before your mind has time to stop you, you're just going to like throw your body in there. So maybe something along the lines of that that's gonna happen here, because I'm seeing like a really strong mental preference for things to stay the same. Are you a fixed sign? You may have a fixed like dominance within your inner planets, but even if you don't, because we all have fixed energy somewhere, the main point of this is that change is scary, yes, and you still get to choose what you want to do. You can't control how you're going to feel, you can't really control the thoughts that you have, but you get to choose what you end up doing. And so you can feel fear, totally valid, totally legitimate, you're really experiencing it, and be like, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna make this change. I'm gonna put myself out there in this way. I'm going to surrender to my growth, even if that feels painful, even if that's mentally challenging for me, even if I'm scared. What's gonna happen? I'm seeing a lot of people are going to support this change of yours as well. Like, it's kind of like going through a dark tunnel, and when you come out on the other side, everybody's there waiting for you, is the energy that I get. But I'm seeing you've like really been thinking about this. Let's just use an example. Say you like really want to put your artwork out there. I'm hearing something about hustling. I'm seeing you be in a space where you're like, do I do it? Like, do I start that project? Like, do I do it like this? Do I do it like that? But I'm seeing you haven't really been telling anybody about this. Like, this is something that only your close, small circle would know, if anybody at all. Like, you may be keeping this completely to yourself. With the Hermit here, you could be like researching about it as well. You could be analyzing it. But the issue to have the Hermit next to this with all of this other air energy is that, like, when you think about the archetype of Virgo, right, which all of us have somewhere in our birth charts, Virgo is very analytical and detail-oriented, but can be an overthinker because it shares the planet of Mercury, just like how Gemini can be. And so because it has that air planet, it can be very much keeping to oneself, being overly analytical and judgmental about what you're doing, and then freaking yourself out. Because I'm seeing like way too much ungrounded air energy that's associated with something that has not even happened yet. So this is a change that you're like, I think that I want to go in this direction. I do feel interested in this, but you may at some point start like talking yourself out of this, when really your intuition has been like, come on, let's do it. We can do it. Let's get this started. You like that? You're interested in that? Let's move in this direction. It's calling to you for a reason. Even if you don't know what exactly that is, you're meant to be exploring this. So I'm seeing you just thinking things to death here with the Hermit and the Death card. Analysis paralysis. And all of those little spooky thoughts that you have that are running through your head with this Seven of Swords, your shadow being like, what if everybody sees you? What if you reveal yourself to everybody? What if everybody looks at the art that you're making, sees like your insides coming out through your artistic expression, through you showing up? But I'm seeing it be like a projection because of this. It's like because of how self-critical you're being and just critical of like your art or whatever this is that you're making, your shadow is like, yep, that's what's going to happen. But it's like all a projection. I'm seeing this all be like on a little wheel that's going around and around and around. And that's not to say that some people aren't going to like what you do, because not everybody, you can't please everybody, you know? But that's not the point, is it? You make art because you feel like you have to, not necessarily for the crowd, right? Because it's something you feel like you have to do. Whatever this thing is, this is part of your path. It's part of your mission. And so this is about you combining this. Like, I'm ready for it. I'm going to do it. I want to take action in this way. And this is what I was destined to be doing. This is my dharmic path. It's a winding road. As you embrace the change, I'm seeing that there's more information that you're going to get as well that's going to help you take action. So if you had been waiting because there had been something that you didn't know or information that you needed, I'm seeing like all of the answers come to you, but you have to first commit to this wave of change. So you have to submit to the death card. This means like I'm surrendering to the change. I'm surrendering to my growth. I'm surrendering to my evolution. And I'm seeing that as you do that, like that in that moment, it's like all of the information that you needed is finding you in every step of the way. There's not a step where you need something and it's not there for you. And I'm seeing this definitely give you confidence as well. Like whatever this is, it feels like confirmation that you're in the right spot. And so you receive that. And I'm seeing you looking at yourself and being like, wow, I am ready. I'm ready to do this. Like you are perfectly squared away. There's nothing that's holding you back except for you mentally. That's really the only thing. Marrying your intuition with the way that you take action and committing to that. Yeah, look at this. This is perfect balance of your masculine and your feminine energy. This is an amazing thing to see, especially creatively, because this means that you are totally receptive to like your inspiration and your creativity. And it also means that you are absolutely prepared to take action in the way that you need to organize the creation, to organize the level of expression that's needed for you to express this thing that you are receiving, that you want to, that you are feeling. So you feel the thing and then you do the thing. You like get the inspiration and then you do something with that. And that's why it's so brilliant to see this. So we have the Page of Wands here. We have the King of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. So this is all about your sacral and your solar plexus energy. Because when we have fire, fire is like, what are you passionate about? What motivates you? This can be a relationship as well. Page of Wands is like any endeavor that you feel inspired to pursue. But for some of you, this isn't about a relationship with someone outside of yourself. This is about a relationship between you and yourself. For some of you, you have somebody that you're going to connect with that is very much on the same wave as you. They may be somebody that kind of likes to keep to themselves. I'm seeing them have like a very attractive air around them, but I'm seeing them be a bit introverted as well. They may be somebody, for some of you, you're going to be designing, I'm hearing, with this person. You may be creating something with them. I'm seeing actually somebody be aware of like your work and what you do. We're using work as an umbrella term for like whatever it is that you create. And we're all creators, right? It doesn't need to be like a piece of artwork on a canvas. Like you're the creator of your entire life and your self-expression. Like when you say a sentence, that's you creating, right? As an artist. So but yeah, I'm seeing somebody here that is like aware of you and what you're doing, but I'm also seeing them very much keep to themselves, and they may not, it feels kind of like somebody in the shadows that's observing you, but has not like made contact with you. If you're the person that's like putting yourself out there, I'm seeing you come across in like a very expressive, like charismatic sort of way. Like you come off very confidently, regardless of what you're feeling internally. You come off very confidently, like you know what you're doing, like you have a good grip on things. And I'm seeing this person feel like your energy matches theirs. As I said before, this person really feels like you guys are on the same wave, but for some of you, they're like stalking you online. I'm using the term stalking lightly. They may be like really into the work that you do. There's like really observant. For some of you guys, you have an online presence as well. You guys match each other's energy. I'm seeing there be so much fear that's connected with like the unknown and what's soon to be enveloping you. You may be also hearing like a lot of excuses internally as to like why you can't start this, like why not now, why not yet. Like I'm seeing the saboteur come up and be like, you know what, we can just start this tomorrow. Like every day, we can start this tomorrow, we can do it tomorrow. So there can be even like a sense of avoidance that you've been working with within yourself, because it's all alchemy, right? You have to just work with what you have and transmute the energy in a way that's going to work to get the desired result. So you have to be a chemist in that way, coming up with the solution or the transmutation. Virgo, Scorpio, and Taurus here. Remember, people can be identified as more than just their sun sign, okay? And beyond that, we all have all of the archetypes of energy. So when we talk about zodiacs, like, yes, sometimes it will be somebody's sun sign, but sometimes it'll be someone's moon sign or their rising sign. Sometimes the person is just being characterized as that because they're really archetypally stepping into that energy. So you may not see any Virgo placements in their chart, but they're really showing up within the archetype of Virgo. And so that's why they're being emphasized, described as Virgo, the Hermit. So there's this focus on something new that one wants to start, but feeling very much in their head about pursuing it just because of like all of the thoughts and all of the fears. It feels like, again, a lot of ungrounded like mental activity, which is something that one may struggle with like actually quite regularly. There can also, one can tend to really overthink prior to beginning something. Now, I'm seeing there be a focus on a change. I'm seeing there be like news information that comes through. And I'm seeing the King and the Queen of Wands. So this can be like somebody somebody working as a unit with another person coming through to speak to you about the change. But more than anything, this is going to be, say like you really want to get into like acrylic painting, okay? I'm seeing either a person or a couple, or this can be like somebody that works at a place too. Okay, rewinding. Say that you really want to get into acrylic painting. You're connecting with somebody that already does something similar to that, or that exactly, that's going to be able to mentor you or give you advice about the changes that you're going through and about you like switching over to doing whatever this is that you're doing. And for some of you, they have a partner. But for some of you, they don't have a partner. You're going to become partners with this person. I know it's a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle here, but each of you guys are going to have a bit of a different experience with how this plays out. Because I'm even seeing you be shown as like a younger energy, meaning a less experienced energy within this particular paradigm for this thing that you're interested in doing. That doesn't mean that you're not ready for it. It just means that there may be somebody that's more seasoned that's going to be coming through and mentoring you. And there's a possibility that you are going to transition into being like an equal with this person. And you guys may work together in some capacity. You guys may end up partnering up with one another, is what I'm seeing. Because I'm actually getting you in a very fluid energy. And if you're going to fill in energetically where a role needs to be filled in from a like divine universal perspective. Things are just going to fall into place where if there is a seemingly missing piece, I'm seeing you be able to extend into that. This may be something that works as far as something that you're interested in, but it may not be the thing that you're looking for emotionally. I don't know why that's coming up. Maybe there are multiple things that you're looking for, and this is just going to be one of those. So yeah, something has been going on, and I'm seeing your guides be like, okay, it's time for this to change. You're ready for it. But I'm seeing this part of you be like, I'm not really into this. I'm not really about this sense of change, but I'm seeing it be like quite necessary actually. Time for something to change. Whatever this is that you've been like holding yourself back from, or like sabotaging your growth and your progress, but there can be this part of you that's still like, I don't know how into that I am. I'm seeing there be this focus of one still being very much in their head. So you may be like saying no to something only because it's like bringing about anxiety, because it's something that would be new, different, changing. And even though you may know that something's not working, there can be a part of you that's like, well, at least this is familiar to me. But I'm seeing that so you're over here feeling the way that you're feeling, and I'm seeing definitely a sense of like reticence to this change that sort of wants to be birthed through you. And I'm seeing somebody come through and be like, hey, I'm hearing, hey, soldier. I'm seeing this person come through. This person cares about you. You would feel safe emotionally with this person. They're coming through and being like, I see you. I see you looking very nervous over there in the corner. See how this person comes through to speak with you? Because you like have your head down, you know. You're like, nobody look at me. I'm going through this right now. You know, like you're struggling a little bit, right? So this person comes through and they want to talk to you. This person is going to give you like logical advice, but they'll also be like comforting and soothing. And this is about like something that you want to be doing, something that you feel guided to do. And like, am I prepared to be doing that? I saw 2444 on the time when I looked up. And this is you reflecting on how you feel and getting to a space where there's this like working up of confidence. So this person that's coming through, they may actually like mirror something to you that you needed to see. It's like this part of yourself that like you couldn't get a clear reflection of it anywhere, and this person is going to come through and maybe validate something for you. Because sometimes we feel like we need that outer validation, and it seems like this person is going to come through and give that to you exactly. Because I'm seeing it be like this person is going to come through and show you that you're ready. Like, they're going to instill a sense of confidence within you, but they're also going to teach you how to like find that reciprocity within yourself. They're going to teach you how to find like your internal Queen of Wands, which is associated with your confidence and your willingness to take charge and to do the things that you want to do, and not to be fearless, because I don't want to get into this state of like bypassing, but it's more so being in a space where you're like, I'm going to take that risk. I'm willing to be vulnerable, and I'm willing to take this shot because it's something that I want to do. And so I'm doing this for myself because this is something that I want to explore and I'm interested in doing it. And there's no other me to be doing this. And why would I hold myself back from that? So it's helping you find like your inner feminine energy in that way, where you feel like you have something to give and something to offer, and you want to tap into that and connect with it and bring something about because of it in a creative manner. Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo. Also, too, for some of you, you have somebody coming through that may want to get you involved in something, and you need to check in and see if that aligns with what you're trying to be involved with and if that's going to be worth it to you. 2707. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.